So what if Daft Punk had its own fighting game?
That was in Mexican or
Yes.
Spanish.
With Mexicans. Yeah, and everyone wanted to wear a mask or be a demon or archangel. There you have Tzompantli. I don't know if I pronounced it right. Was it Tzompantli? I don't know.
It's a really good game though. Like
Tzompantli.
I know that's hard to say because we got our ass kicked by this game, but this game is so good.
I think it's really interesting. It reminds me of Tekken meets, I don't know.
Definitely Godfight or whatever we played with Jesus.
Reminds me of Tekken for sure. I'm not sure what else. The moves, I had to, because I wasn't 100% sure. I don't know if it's the controls, but like I couldn't move. I thought you could move with the D-pad, right?
I think you could.
The weird thing is sometimes my character, like I think it's still buggy, even though the game's like 2 years old.
I think it's the controls, like you're the controller.
I don't think it's the controller, because like I never have this problem with any other fighting game. I don't know. It could be something, but I was that Mexican guy with the dog mask, whatever his name is. I call him Daft Punk. Mexican Daft Punk. And like I was crouching, so I had to keep doing the cheat move where I jump up, kick, and then do another back kick. Like a second kick, I mean. And that drained a ton of energy, but then that person, your favorite, Evangeline or whatever, yeah, she finally clued in and realized, oops, yeah, I should stop
kick
this guy.
his ass.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
there's demons. There's the minion guy who looks like a giant Twinkie.
There's a character who's basically Ava Unit 1, but as a girl.
Yeah. And then apparently there's the archangels. We couldn't see them. I think those are the hidden ones. We saw because we can't.
Oh no, we saw the archangels on like the tippy top of
There's some, but like the really tall ones, I don't know which characters those are. But there's 2 hidden characters other than the 10 that you can choose from. Then there's that weird angel dude that with a gun. Apparently, the girl that you like, she has an AK-47 somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a super or a special move or what, but
everyone
figure out the super moves.
I think that's what the thing is. Everyone carries guns around. Like okay,
it's like a Mexican cartel with guns.
Remember, remember Mortal Kombat 3 with Stryker? How he's the only one who actually uses a gun. Yeah, and everyone else just uses fireballs and all that. This is quite the opposite. This is like where
there's
everyone.
Some fireballs too. You saw that.
Yeah, but like this is like the complete opposite, where everyone uses a gun and
everyone's got heat.
And then like only a few are able to use fireballs.
It's a cool game, and I kind of suspected this. That's why I wanted to check it just to see if that was just my impression. But apparently, some of the characters are way like out of balance. Like not in a fun like Smash Brothers 1 and 64, out of balance. But like we're talking like they're way too overpowered. That's what I noticed, like some can do way too much damage, and like here I am as the death guy who was my favorite guy, who could like barely scratch anyone. They need band-aids when he attacks, and it just seems like there's a huge, like some characters are really fast and they seem to do a lot of damage, which is kind of like out of sync or out of balance, and then there's characters that you expect would be deadly, and it's like they're barely doing any damage at all. I don't know. And the moves I did try with that death guy, I found like they had weird reach. So yeah, I think they need to work on the characters a bit more. I think it's still in early access, but I don't know. I think it's what, $5-10, but I got in a bundle for it's like $1. So for $1 I can't complain. I think for $5 I couldn't complain. If you really like this, go for the 10 I think it costs, but I think $5 is fair.
So my opinion's actually kind of different from Jim's because I'm blown away by like the characters. Like there's apparently a huge lore going on where it's actually based off a Mexican comic book.
Yeah, which we didn't realize until after we stopped playing.
Yeah, and that's really cool because like if you look at fighting games, they're almost always based off like Japanese fighting games or like Japanese anime or American
The game
books.
starts off in Spanish too. You have to switch it to English.
Yeah.
Which we didn't realize at first.
And after that, everyone just speaks in Spanish anyway. So
yeah, it's like
So you're not gonna have much enjoyment if you're just trying to read the story, but like taking in the cool character designs and the fact that like they chose to base a fighting game off not a American comic book or a Japanese comic book, but rather like a Mexican comic book, and I feel like that is really good because it's branching out what we can adapt. Like this is the equivalent. This could be the Mexicans' equivalent of Naruto fighting game or a Dragon Ball fighting game.
The interesting thing is like the fighting moves. It kind of plays like I guess Street Fighter 2, but the moves don't really look necessarily like Street Fighter 2. Like they sort of like Street Fighter, but like I don't know how to describe it. Like that girl that you chose, that
Evangeline.
Yeah, she sort of had like a 2D version of like Taki from Soul Calibur is what I felt. Like she was jumped around a lot and a lot of air bombs. Kicks. Yeah, like a lot of aerials is what I felt. So sort of like Chun-Li, I guess. Although a little bit more jumpier and random, but yeah, I definitely give it. I'm not sure about. I think it's a little bit wonky. I still think that it's something going on with the game rather than the joystick. It's hard to say though because I know the game seems kind of buggy. It didn't crash, but well, at the beginning it did.
Yeah, but that's because we had the settings cranked up.
It didn't like Bandicam, I think, as well. I don't know. Because both times it froze, but Unity games seem to do that for some reason.
Because Unity.
Yes. Yeah.
And when all else fails, just go to the asset store, pick up a few sets, plop them down, sell it on Steam, and boom, make a profit.
Steam summer sale.
It's coming.
2 days.
2 days, 1 cup.
Everything's gonna go on sale. No.
Everything.
Last time it did. Almost everything on my wish list went on sale. I'm like, there's no way I'm getting everything this year.
I'm gonna at least buy at least 5 games crazy. Right now.
Yeah, in fall, like almost everything went on sale, and I was freaking out. Like, there's no way I can get all this. This sucks.
So my final rating for this game.
Yeah.
I really like. The fighting is okay, but I really enjoy like the aesthetic of it. The whole based off a
the backgrounds are okay. I don't know. I maybe we just don't know the comic book, and that's why. But like that weird green shifting background, I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, it's a grassy knoll and it's moving around, man.
Yeah, but it's
I
really.
can't remember the other ones, to be honest.
Yeah, like as I said before, this could be the Mexican equivalent of like a Naruto fighting game. Like this could be, if you really like the comic.
of Mexican fighting games.
If you really like the comic, this is a good fighting game for you.
The death was really cool. I really like that character.
Yeah, like there are tons of characters we adored just because of how cool their designs are.
To be honest, I liked this game more than what was that game? The game that kept taking money from me. The Kickstarter game.
Fantasy Strike.
Fantasy Strike. I was thinking Fighter Strike. Yeah, Fantasy Strike had potential, but it just felt like it wasn't fun to play. Like it was sort of fun, but it was only like 1 or 2 characters for me, and we haven't played it for.
And the funny thing is that with what you've said and how it functioned, like. Fantasy Strike actually plays and functions better than this game. The characters are balanced, the controls are precise, and yet with this game, it's
we were playing
opposite.
a beta game. That's the interesting thing. Like we were playing a beta version where the characters, the animations are a little bit wonky in this game. That's one thing I noticed, and I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't feel totally polished yet. Maybe they're working on a patch or something, but
yeah.
It's not like Smash Brothers where stuff's out of balance in the first N64 game and it doesn't matter because it's a party game. And but this game, since it's more of like Street Fighter 2, it does matter.
If you're into fighting games and you just want to invite your friends over to play like a funny fighting game, like something that's not your Street Fighter or your Dragon Ball Z or your Cross Blue Tekken.
Yeah, this is pretty different. That's why I chose it too. So
I say pick this game up, especially if you're a fan of the comic books, because I kind of feel like this is going to be a faithful adaptation of it.
Yeah, it seems pretty faithful. So, all right.
Keep on gaming.
Keep on gaming. Give me some Mexican jumpy beans.